Everybody put 3 fingers in the air. The sky's falling, the wind is calling, stand for something or die in the morning. Section 80, high power.
Visions of Martin Luther staring at me. Malcolm X put a hex on my future, someone catch me. I'm falling victim to a revolutionary song. The Serengeti's clone. Back to put you backstabbers back on your spinal bone. You slit your disc when I slit you my dish. You wanted to diss but jumped on my dick.
As I crashed my old bike 1 month ago, and I knew I'm going to move to the other part of the world, I needed to act quickly as I wanted to ride here. So this is my new bike. So I bought this Standert Kreissäge from 2022 from my friend Daniel. The thing is that this bike is a 58 and usually I'm a 56. So in this video we find out if I actually fucked up or if this is our new ride or die. We do this by doing a bike fit done by a professional, finally back riding with the boys, and by celebrating having cycling videos back on the channel. If you didn't understand yet, this is my own bike. I bought it with my own money, so it is not a sponsorship. Just to make sure you know that every opinion I share on here is always going to be a very honest one. If you're new to the channel, my name is Garrett. I'm 32 years old. Just recently became a dad, and beside growing my beard, had the courage to quit my 6-figure corporate job, pursue my passions like doing these videos. And to put the cherry on the cake, I just moved to Cape Town with my wife and my little son. And on this channel, I'm documenting our adventures. So if this sounds something you might like, you know what to do. Let's talk about the details of this bike. Iconic yellow. The fork is carbon, the rest is alu. Just for the looks, I think the most important on a bike is the wheels. Within the wheels there is a 54T ratchet, which we just changed before I got the bike to make it sound a bit better, because before that the bike was not too loud. And I feel now this has a loud but not too loud, perfect, just a perfect sound I really like to hear. The cranks are 172. The wheels are the DT Swiss Arc 1400 D-cut 62 millimeters. It is a rim brake bike. First time I'm riding rim brakes in my whole life. So of course, starting from today, I hate disc brake bikers. I'm curious if I notice any differences beside the cables, because the group set is actually an electronic one. It's an SRAM Force AXS, which is my favorite for road bike training bike. It's actually also equipped with a Q power meter, which makes the bike cover my needs when it comes to training and actually knowing the numbers. The front is kind of special as it is a long reach with 130 millimeters. The cockpit is also aluminum and simple. It's a Pro Vibe Aero bar, 36 millimeters with a 110 reach and a Zip Service Course SL 130 millimeter stem up front, which makes it a long reach. And you know, there are still spaces to play with before we cut anything. So Reece from the bikefit will have some room to dial in, and actually this is a part where I'm curious if we are going to change anything, because I would usually never equip a new bike with such a long reach, especially as the frame size is already a bit too big for me. So this is a question we are going to solve today. And then at the back we have the Fitzig Vento or Bento saddle with a zip carbon seat post, and below that, which is also going to be at the saddle later, is my radar, which is, I think, one of the most underrated tech things in cycling. I always ride with a radar just so I don't need to look back, but on my bike computer, which is my Kuros Dura, if a car is behind me, so I don't need to turn around, I always know what's up. We ride the wheels with my favorite tires, which is a Continental GP 5000 tubeless. We got some steel cages for the bottles just to fit the vibe. I ride the pedals that have been on there, the regular Shimano 105 SPD. This is setup we are now going to dial in with Reece at the Sport Institute of Cape Town to figure if we need to change something from the setup. Yeah, what do you think about it? One note about the color is I kind of love and I hate the color at the same time. I'm usually not that colorful guy, you know, you see my outfit. It is not the color I would pick at a store, but now the offer from my friend Daniel just fit me with the timing, etc. I kind of like it now, but usually when I bought this, I was thinking about that I'm going to go to Jared here in Cape Town doing custom paints on frames. And I always wanted to build a one-on-one unique bike. Common with the most likes of a color choice for this bike is the one I'm going to consider against my preferred choice, which is going to be a flashy, shiny silver with some yellow touches. So we keep the spirit of the bike. Tomorrow is the bike fit. Let me know, would you ride this bike? Is this something you can see yourself riding? Getting a bike fit next to a real signed Pogačar yellow jersey.
The hamstrings are tight. I know. But weirdly enough, they're actually pretty similar. Feet a little bit apart. Toes up straight. You see your hips are very tight.
Yeah, no.
Stand in the middle, yeah? Just stand like this, fingers straight, arms straight. Yeah.
Be free. I feel it coming, it won't take long. The future's everything we dream.
I wouldn't worry about that. Like, you remember you're engaging further back now, so there's gonna be a lot of different feeling. But yeah, the main thing is you're using more of the saddle and you aren't front loaded.
I feel that.
And you feel that, which is that's gonna give you the stability riding for hours on end. You know, you mustn't think about what you look like now. You must think of what you look like after 4 or 5 hours under fatigue, under load.
Yeah. I knew well when I was too small to know it hurt when you fell, yeah. And the road's more bumpy than it used to be. There's no houses where they used to be. Feel I'm in a movie scene, get to know the newest me. Make my legacy more than just the truest. And I'm still flowing fluently all these years.
You aren't really overcompensating or changing in a big way when you're moving. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with the changes we've made already. We've made quite a big. The 3 mils is quite a big change.
I know.
You shouldn't get used to it, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with everything that we're seeing here.
Okay.
What are your thoughts? How does it
No,
feel?
I felt comfortable. I mean, obviously, when you start riding a bike like I did, I always thought I need to slam the stem and
Yes.
just because of the looks and being more aero. But now I feel like I want to ride hours and
the nice thing about all the angles, so everything that we've done from start to finish now, whether it's like the pre-fit assessment or measuring the bike, seeing the predicted values versus what we're seeing, like the static angles, the pressure mapping, the dynamic angles, everything's telling us a similar story, which is what we want. So if multiple things tell us the same thing, that's good. I'm not seeing anything other that we really need to change right now.
Okay.
The coronal plane looks great, as I said.
I feel it coming, it won't take long. The future's everything we dream. I just wanna be free. Just look around and take it all in. We got everything we need. I just want.
Good morning. What a bad way to start. What do you think? Will this thing hold up for the entire ride of 100k? I have another one, but I really don't want to change that one, bro. And we go to Chapman's Peak on top right now to meet the others.
Frightening, so fucking frightening, enough to drive a man insane. I need a license to kill. I'm standing on a field full of landmines, doing the moonwalk, hoping I blow up in time. Cause 2012 might not be a fucking.
I'm now waiting for the social ride from the clubhouse to meet me here, and then I go back to the clubhouse with them, drinking coffee, and then I go back solo. Has been a wonderful morning, man. Blessed. The early rising. It's working, bro.
Just call this shit high power. Nigga, nothing less than high power. 5-star dishes, food for thought, bitches. I mean, this shit is Bobby Seale making meals, you can't resist his high power. Throw your hands up for high power. Who said a black man in Illuminati? Last time I checked, that was the biggest racist party. Last time I checked, we was racing with Marcus Garvey on the freeway to Africa till I wrecked my Audi. And I want everybody to view my autopsy so you can see exactly where the government has shot me. No conspiracy, my fate is inevitable. They play musical chairs once I'm on that pedestal. Frightening, so fucking frightening, enough to drive a man insane, a woman insane. The reason Lauren Hill don't sing, or Kurt Cobain loaded that clip and then said bang. The drum it brains crazy.
Man, it feels so good to be back. We are so back, bro. We are so back. I have an issue right now with filming my bike vlogs as I don't have an action cam with me. The Nano, I did break on my accident. And my Action 5 Pro, I did lose. I don't know, man. While doing an interval, I threw it at the grass and then I forgot about it and went home and then it wasn't there afterwards. So yeah, right now I don't have anything to film with safely because having the camera or the pocket in my hands with all the wind gusts and riding with others, you need to be safe with both of your hands. So I need to get back my action cam with a mouse mount. That's how I film most of my stuff, So I try to get back into that soon so you have the best bike vlogs possible from here because that's what I want to do here, man. Just riding with the guys, it's so nice. They are all so, brother, they're so lovely, they're so kind. It feels so good, so welcoming. But it's a good start today. Felt fine on the ride, even though when they pushed, man, I felt like, oh man, I wasn't riding for 6 weeks, so I need to get back into it. And then I go back and then we take a review of how I think the bike is fitting me now.
Their own hieroglyphs. Just call it shit high power. Yeah, nothing less than high power. 5-star dishes, food for thought, bitches. I mean, this shit is Fred Hampton on your campus. You can't resist his high power. Throw your hands up for high power. Thug life. Thug life.
Summer is here, dude. It is. Oh, it's so hot. I don't even need a long sleeve anymore. It's the last climb up Kometje before I'm back home. Not cycling for 6 weeks basically. It's definitely noticeable. Well, we got the 100k done today.
Slowly, taking more time is better. I know you like the way we push and pull together.
So let's wrap up the story of today. Is this bike fitting me? I mean, I did answer it in the text already, kinda. But let's talk about my honest feels of the Standert Kettensäge, riding it for the first time today. How did it feel? It felt as good as riding a bike after a 6-week break can feel. It didn't feel like a 10 out of 10 today. And at one point I was even questioning if I do miss my Canyon Air Road. So I'm debating internally if this is because I have to get back into it, or it is a different bike. Let's be honest, a Canyon Air Road is a very stiff carbon bike where when you get out of the saddle and in the corners, it just feels a bit more direct, I would say. And this aluminum bike, which is also a size up in comparison to the Canyon, which was maybe even a bit too small for me, it just feels a bit different coming out of the saddle, like driving a van instead of riding a cabrio. But this is not that I would say I need to get a new bike, or it's just the honest truth of how I feel after riding the bike today. What do I think about the bike fitting? I think it is a must-have when you get a new bike. You need to get a bike fit. You need to get it dialed in from a professional. That's how I see it, because I tried to do that by myself and I ended up with an inherited disc at the beginning of this year, which definitely came from cycling, because I was just stupidly slamming my stems on the bike, trying to get into a position where I shouldn't ride the bike, because you saw my mobility today. I'm a bit wiser, I'm getting older, even though I would like to tilt the cockpit like this and slam the stems because it just looks better. Obviously I ride it how Reece is advising me to do. I still thought that we are going to change something at the cockpit or everything, but if he says I'm fine with how it is right now, I'm happy that I can ride the bike now and not go to a workshop or whatever. Still, we do a follow-up in 4 weeks, which is included in the price, which makes the price even better. I think a bike fit with all of that is around double the price in Germany. For the next 4 weeks, we are going to ride the bike a lot, and then I'll keep you updated if we are going to change anything. The only thing I can do right now is riding the bike, as my calf not meant to make me run right now. I did try it, but after 1k I needed to stop again, so 2 weeks break already, and still it's not able to run as the pressure from landing the foot. So I guess my body is telling me that I should cycle more. What I really liked about the new position on the bike is how the pressure on my saddle felt, as Reece did change a lot of things there. And I guess I was always front loading too much on my bikes on the saddle. As a tri-speed coming from a TT bike, you're kind of used to front loading. But this felt way better today on the 4 hours. It feels like the handlebars are too far away from my feelings, but I still think it's completely right. But it just feels new. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you had fun watching it, maybe being on the trainer at home in horrible weather. See you guys soon. Take care.